Welcome to my first TouchCast PBS Behavior Data Chat. Today we're going to be looking at 4 areas. So I want to compare the data, behavior data from last year to this year. We're looking at tardies, referrals, infractions and strikes, and positive referrals. If you notice the areas in green, those are decreases in the number of infractions or students that exhibited those behaviors from the previous year. The areas in red are increases. Most of our areas are in green, so that's kudos to you as staff members for all your hard work, and also to our PBS behavior team for the initiatives that they've put into place to help increase positive student behavior. So tardies. We're looking at the tardies, and last year, at the time frame of the first day of school, through October 31st, we had 41 students that were tardy for school, and this year we're at 26. And the reason I put 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 in the left-hand column is once a student gets 4 tardies, they're given a lunch detention, so I wanted you to see what that data looked like, and then as it increases up to 8, once they're at 8, they get a Saturday school. And as you can see, the students that have 6, 7, and 8 tardies is pretty minimal. It's 3 students at each level. Of course, we'd like that to be lower, but it's a nice change from last year. If we look at our referrals, again by grade level, last year at this time we had 72. This year we have 46. And again, the only area in red was at the 9th grade level, and it's very close, very consistent. It was only an increase in 1. So if you see that number 8 in red. The top behavior for 2014-15 this year for teachers is class cut. We've had an increase in that this year. And our top administrator referral reason was class cut and abusive behavior. There was kind of a tie there. Last year's top behavior was insubordination for teachers and leaving school grounds for administrators. We had a lot of students going off to 7-Eleven, leaving during early release day. Our infractions and strikes, again, a decrease by 2, but it is a decrease, and we will take that. Anything positive is great. We had 103 last year at this time. We have 101 this year. And again, we have a couple areas in red, but know that it's kind of a trend that moves up with grade level, because last year our 9th graders are not the same 9th graders that we have this year. They're our 10th graders. So we're seeing some improvements in the behaviors if you look at that trend. And then we have some notes at the bottom. The top reason for teachers writing infractions and strikes this year is failure to follow reasonable request. And last year's was the same, failure to follow reasonable request. Interesting information, at grade 9 we had one teacher has written 17 infractions, with 11 of those being 1 strike only. And then one teacher at grade 11 has written 26 infractions, with the majority for tardiness. So just a friendly reminder, if students are coming to your class other than first block or first period tardy, you should be noting that in student pass, because otherwise we're not going to see a change in the behavior. We had 11 students with 2 strikes and 11 students with 3 strikes. And as a reminder, again, the 2 strikes, students are given a lunch detention. 3 strikes, they're given 2 lunch detentions. And then finally, our last area, our positive referrals. Really excited about this because I think we've put some good initiatives in place the past couple of years to increase, or this year, to increase the number of positive referrals that are written. And last year at this time frame, we only had 7. We're at 74, which is an incredible increase. So thank you for your follow through with that. As you can see, at grade 10, we have 49 positive referrals. So I'm asking grades 9, 11, and 12 to maybe step it up, and let's get a competition going and increase the number of positive referrals that are written. Remember, students get a positive phone call home, and this year they have been given an ice cream treat and also McDonald's certificates and a free ice cream sundae from Applebee's, and also a stack of Mustang Bucks. So continue to reward positive student behavior, and continue to make those parent phone calls home. Have parent conferences if you think that's necessary, either for academics or behavior, because I think it's helpful and it's keeping our behavior data low. We have been top in the district for the last couple years, and it would be great if we could keep that going. Thank you so much.